Very, very good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. Guys, I told many times to the people that how these brokerages firm work and how these foreign banks work, especially when you speak about Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, HSBC, Standard Chartered, Citi, Barclays, UBS, Credit Suisse, Deutsche, and few other banks. There is hardly any scandal they not did that. To be honest, whenever I see the predictions of these banks, I tend to disregard these predictions. Example, when Russia attacked Ukraine, Bank of America, after a few weeks, said that the oil would be at this level. You check on the Google yourself and see today where the oil is as we speak. Guys, when the year 2022 starts, almost 5 to 6 days, you can say 5th January or probably 4th or 6th January, Goldman Sachs made a prediction. And what was that prediction? The prediction was Bitcoin can reach 100K in hypothetical store of value boost. Goldman Sachs. And you open Google and check, there is hardly any scandal Goldman left with. There is hardly any scandal. Rather, if you open Amazon, you will see a book which is written, although there are many books, but there is one good book of brown cover. I read this book thoroughly. It is written on Goldman Sachs. And if you read this book carefully, you would get to know how exactly Goldman Sachs works. This book is written by a person who spared a very considerable time in the Goldman Sachs. So basically, he's an internal employee of the Goldman Sachs. I also worked as a corporate treasurer for American companies for approximately 9.5 years. Dealt with, you name the bank, I not dealt with. And I also knew that how exactly the banking system worked. Now, Goldman Sachs made this statement on 5th January or plus minus 1 or 2 day 2022. And I'm sure that millions of investors, after listening to this story, they would have bought Bitcoin probably at a very high price of 45,000, at a very high price of 50,000 also, assuming that Bitcoin might be touching 100,000. So I would be getting at least 100% profit, assuming I'm buying at 50,000. Before I continue with my deliberation, let me study what they said. He said that Bitcoin can snag market share from gold over time as a product of more adoption, along with the potential of Bitcoin specific scaling solution. Goldman co-head of foreign exchange strategy, Mr. Jaj Pandey, said in a research note to clients. Remember, he said to clients, hypothetically, if Bitcoin share of store of value market would rise to 50% over the next 5 years, its price would increase to 100,000 for a compounding annual result of 17 to 80%. You would be very surprised to know that at this given period of time, the value of the gold, the total investment in the gold was around $2.6 trillion. $2.6 trillion. Today, as we speak, Bitcoin is 16,500 and Bitcoin is struggling very hard to sustain at 16,000 level, because after the collapse of the FTX, I repeat, after the collapse of the FTX, it is a very, very difficult job for Bitcoin to sustain. Other cryptocurrencies are also falling, and they are falling at a much faster pace than Bitcoin. Guys, this reminds me one thing, and I would like to make it short in this podcast that as and when I'm making a prediction, people appreciate this, people do not appreciate this. This hardly makes any difference to me. But one thing which is very clear, one thing which is a matter of fact, and we cannot run away from this matter is that majority of the predictions made by these big institutions, they are not coming true as far as the practical world is concerned, and millions of investors are investing only because they see that, oh my goodness, it is by Goldman Sachs, it is by JP Morgan, it is by Citibank, it is by Deutsche. It means they did the research. But the hard reality is that majority of their predictions are falling. On time to time basis, I made many evidences of that. And guys, I'm telling you, if you are thinking that FTX is the only collapse we are having, then please wait, because soon we will have more collapse on the cards. Just like an interbank market in finance, when one bank is connected with other bank, one bank connected with other bank. So if one bank defaults, it means everyone has to default. Similarly, if FTX default, it clearly signifies that other have to default, or there would be a steep, I repeat, steep shortage of liquidity in the crypto system. God forbid if any big institution default. If any big institution default, it would have been a very big trouble for the crypto investors. And if you are thinking that any big institution cannot default, then it is up to you. But I am feeling very sorry for those investors who in the very early 2022 bought, the Bitcoin only because Goldman said that. Anyways, this is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting Group. You knew my personal number, +91 9899 242 978. I repeat, +91 9899 242 978. You're also welcome to visit our fixed income platform, www.fixedincome.global. I repeat, www.fixedincome.global. Thank you, thank you very much, guys. Have a great time. Thank you.